Today, we're going to look how to take the idea of raga, which is an Indian classical concept and melodic framework and way of looking at scales and patterns within scales, and use it for our own compositions and to apply to jazz and to any kind of style of music. But how this can help us create new patterns and new approaches to scales that we already know. So we're going to work on the scale of the Lydian. So if you're not aware of this, this is a mode of A major. It's the fourth mode. And essentially it's like playing the scale of A major starting from D and looking that as a tonic. So D Lydian. The scale sounds like this. I would suggest you to first of all familiarize with this scale and maybe look at different position on the fretboard like you would do with any other scale. It's a major scale with a sharp 4. So you go root, second, major third, sharp 4, fifth, sixth, seventh, and root. But first of all, what is a raga? A raga is a melodic framework. Raga means color. So it's something that helps you to find a different way to approach into those 12 or 7 notes that you are given and organize them through a grammatic system, so through rules. So essentially tells you ascending you can play certain notes and descending you may have to play different notes. And this is like a rule. So they based in Indian classical tradition, they base their whole improvisation onto that. We play jazz music or rock or whatever. We can use some of this concept to create interesting interesting patterns that we can use for our improvisation or for our composition. So let's look at this raga. This Raag Yaman tells us that ascending, we cannot play the root of the scale. So we have to start from the 7th and we jump the root. And we cannot play the 5th of the scale. So this is how it's going to sound like. It's going to essentially, by taking these 2 notes, it's going to become a pentatonic scale, ascending, starting from the 7th. And listen, so this is the tonic. So we go to the 7th, we jump the root. So we go to the 2nd of the scale, the E, F sharp, sharp 4, G sharp. Now we missed the 5th of the scale, which would be the A, and we go straight to the 6th. Then we play the 7th and then back to the root. So we have a pentatonic ascending, essentially. If you look actually at the notes, you're basically playing a minor pentatonic starting from the 7th of the scale. So this is the root, the D. On the descending, we actually play all the 7 notes. So ascending is we can extend it on 2 octaves as well. So will be probably the first exercise for you, will be to just understand the ascending and descending of the scale. So the second exercise will be to extend these onto 2 octaves. So can you see already, you can really hear the Lydian sound, but you're creating a little bit of an interesting movement within the Lydian, which is something that you can use essentially for any major chord. You can adapt and take all these ideas into your playing.